Morning. It's great to see all of you here at church today. I wonder, raise your hand if you like to watch movies. Yeah, do you like movies from, say, Disney? Any Disney movies that you like? Maybe some favorites? Yeah, well, there's just been a movie released that maybe you have seen, or maybe it's on your Christmas list this year. The movie is Brave. Raise your hand if you've ever seen this movie or if you maybe hope to see it. Now, if you've seen it, we won't spoil it if others haven't, but it's certainly about this little girl named Merida that you see on the cover here of this video. And she encounters a certain animal in this story. Do you remember what animal A bear, right? Thanks for raising your hands, though. Yeah, she encounters a bear, and the bear is very, very frightening. She's not the only one that's afraid in the story. Really, everyone is afraid of this bear. And we get to hear how she is brave, and others find the strength to be courageous in the face of this bear. Well, that's a new story. But we have an old story, a wonderful story we just heard read from the Old Testament. And it's a story about a man named Daniel, and he faces a fear of an animal as well. And raise your hand if you think you know what that animal is, if you were listening and you know the kind of animal I'm talking about in the story of Daniel. What animal was it? A lion, right? And Daniel would be thrown into a lion's den, and you probably know this story, right? And so it's another story of being brave and courageous. And did Daniel have any way to fight off the lions in the den? No. The only thing he had when he was in the lion's den was courage and faith that God would be with him. What do we do when we are afraid? Where do we find ourselves to have courage or to be brave? Well, maybe you have a special blanket. Does anybody have a special blanket that they take to bed with them or carry with them, or a stuffed animal? Well, I brought with me a special blanket, and this is called a prayer shawl. Daniel prayed when he was afraid. Daniel prayed to God, and God gave him that courage and strength. And this prayer shawl is prayed through as the person knits it together. And then when it's given to someone, they probably are facing something that could make us afraid. But the prayers of others surround that person and give them strength and remind them that God is with them. So when you are afraid, remember God is with you and strengthens you as well. Thanks for coming.